there. And I want to thank you all for coming today. Quite a few people told me because of 4th of July, they were hoping I would record this, and I am. So if you need to refer back to this, you certainly can. We're going to talk a lot about personal injury today, but overall, our company is making a lot of progress in a lot of areas. And the environment has not changed for doctors. I had a meeting with a surgeon yesterday, and he told me, in his views, this is the death of private practice, which I thought was pretty ominous. I didn't really want to hear that. I mean, our company's mission is to try to help these offices stay in business, and so we're just going to keep plowing forward, saving as many offices as we can. And that's why I always put our company mission up here and kind of the countdown to the end of unemployment insurance. I don't know what's going to happen there, but we're willing to take people in and get them to work helping these doctors. If they need a home, we can create one for them as long as they're willing to do that. I did want to talk to everybody just about targets and goals, and I kind of put it on the last email. I think it's really important for all of us to have a personal target and a goal. Without it, you really don't have a destination. It's very hard to set up a roadmap. So I know for a lot of you, you're still learning about this business, but the medical sales industry has changed tremendously. There used to be a lot of face-to-face. You'd bring in cookies and all this other hoopla, and now a lot of it's done on the telephone. So we all have to try to get comfortable on the phone or get people for us that are comfortable on the phone. I wanted to mention to those of you who, don't have a tremendous medical sales background, if you seek to recruit others, try to find people that have a medical sales background that already have doctors that they know, and this will be very, very easy for you, because once you get one or two clients, you start to feel really comfortable that this is something you can actually succeed in. I know you can, but you don't know it until you get one of those doctors on the phone that really won't let you off the telephone just because he knows that he needs you and he needs our company to provide service to him. This is our company website. It's been revamped. We created a sales funnel specifically to support offices affected by COVID-19. This is our marketing program now. When people go to our website, this is what they see: doctors, healthcare practitioners, medical field. We offer free support to healthcare and medical practices affected by COVID-19. Are you affected? And this is my sales approach. When I call on the phone or I speak to somebody, I never talk to them about the money. I always ask them, how are you doing? How's your practice? How are you being affected by this? And how can we help you? And those are the questions that get, and Tyler can attest to this because I had a conversation with him yesterday where he called a bunch of people, and on the last phone call, he basically used that approach and they wouldn't let him off the phone for an hour. So that does work. So I just want to give you that encouragement. Here's a posting I've been doing. Michelle, you kind of got me motivated to do this, to put postings, right? To put postings everywhere I can that we're offering free support to medical practices affected by COVID-19. Just call us and let us help you. And so we put some things on Reddit. We did some Facebook posting. We did LinkedIn. I'm looking for medical groups and medical bulletin boards. And even in cases where they don't want you to advertise, when you tell them that you're providing COVID-19 support to doctors, guess what happens? That door opens right up for you. And they allow you to post things that you couldn't post if all you were saying is, we have a service to provide to physicians. It wouldn't work. So this is very powerful. And so I encourage everybody on this call to do some linking with your groups. See who's out there. We get a lot more desire for people that want to rep us, but that's okay too. I'm just letting you know that this absolutely works. This is our new marketing campaign, and our sales funnel on our front page basically points to this, and all of the forms reflect if people need free support because they've been affected by COVID-19. I've been talking about it for a very long time, but I only just put 2 and 2 together and started converting our marketing campaign. As usual, we've had a few investors call us this week and tell us they can do other things for us. For medical accounts receivable, we can now provide lending facilities to doctors anywhere from 10,000 to 250,000. It's a very fast turnaround, 3 to 5% cost, easy qualifying. It's not credit related. They basically will take their medical receivables and write them a check and do this on a rotating basis with them. And our company gets compensated. We get basically 10% of whatever the fees are, and we split that with the reps. So, and I'll talk to you in a minute how we do that. But we compensate people very large. I want everybody to stay fed. They also do large litigation financing, which is very interesting. I mean, it's a little outside of our field, although we are connecting the dots. And right now, they're financing a class action suit, a medical class action suit, to the tune of about $100 million. So I'm putting it out there to let you know that if somebody has something very big that has financing potential that you run across, by all means, bring it forward to us. Our investors are hungry to do this kind of thing. Free review to doctors on their receivables, immediately, consistently increase their cash flow. I just keep saying it over and over again because I'm just trying to get everybody to know this mantra as well as I do. Good. Let's talk about personal injury. Great. And there are 2 emails to this effect, email 11 and 12, and those are on the Google Drive. And for those of you who might not have access to the Google Drive, just hit me up with an email after this, and I'll give you a link so you can get to the Google Drive, because I have a box in there. I might as well pull it up like I always do. Let's see. Well, I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was going to say because Zoom has me a little bit blocked here. There it is, Vitality Library. And you'll see here add templates. You can also look at the specific emails. Everything is in there with all the attachments. If you want to recruit reps or you need advertising for your doctors or posting, whatever you need, you have access to this. I'd love to hear from you and help you if I can, but it's in there if you need. Personal injury, what is it? So this is actually from one of those emails. And what it is when someone's in an accident or injury, they seek out either, they seek out medical care. It's not really as common as people think that they go to the lawyer first. I mean, an ambulance shows up and they don't say, please send my attorney. They say, please take me to the hospital. So when they go to there and, generally what they'll do is they'll say, this is an accident that happened. If it happened on business premises, like a slip and fall, that business will have some type of insurance. If it happened in a car or during the course of employment, those companies have insurance. So what the medical providers do is they allow you to pay later. And you sign a contract to pay later. It's called a medical lien in California. In other parts of the country, it's called a letter of protection. And what that is basically an IOU to have the medical billed when the case settles or the insurance company settles. People don't necessarily need an attorney for their medical case. If they have their own insurance or they want to ask the insurance to pay, people have been known to do that as well. And some doctors are comfortable taking liens on this and some are not. The other good news is if we have a doctor that does not want to take a lien, like a surgeon or an imaging center, we can actually take the lien ourselves and we can pre-finance that part of their treatment up front. It's going to be at a discount. It's not going to be obviously full price, but we will pre-finance the doctor or the imaging center, typically, off a discount of what we believe we can collect, plus or minus, let's say 10 or 15%, which is basically the spread on the profit on this type of transaction. Long lag times, reduced fees for doctors. So when doctors take these liens or letters of protection, it takes anywhere from 6 months to 5 years to get paid. On top of which, at the end of it, they're kind of tired of waiting, and the attorney's going to call and he's going to say, well, my guy was really injured. Will you take 25 cents on the dollar? And in a lot of cases, the doctors will. Now, as a firm, we know this, and our investors know that these cases are negotiated down, and they participate in that. So when you talk to a doctor about personal injury, he doesn't have to worry that we're going to ruin the relationship with the attorney, because we're also going to allow a negotiation of our bill. And we kind of calculate that in. So here's the solution. I mean, the solution is that we can make an offer on a doctor's personal injury accounts receivable in about a day, and we can close in about a week. You know, you put that up against, let's say we give him 35 cents on the dollar today versus 40 cents on the dollar 5 years from now. I know when I was in practice and I had, you know, $1.5 or $2 million in injury receivables, I would have jumped at the chance to do this. Nobody ever approached me, but I'm sure there are tens of thousands of doctors out there in the same position that have not been approached that would love to do this. The main advantage to this over some of the other products we offer is the speed. This is a fast close. So that means you have the ability to earn money very, very quickly, which is something I'm very interested in doing for you so that I can keep you interested in working with me. 24 to 48 hours for the bid. Doctor receives immediate payment, and this is done on a non-recourse basis. What that means is the doctor keeps those funds regardless of the outcome of the case. Very, very important. So if we write them a check for $100,000 and we collect nothing, they get to keep it. So that's a huge advantage to them. You know, they may take a discount, you know, on 10 cases, they might take a discount, but if two or three of those cases do not close, the doctor's off the hook. And you have to kind of explain that to someone when they're asking why we're offering a discounted price of X. It's because not all cases will close and all cases will be negotiated. So, and they understand that. We advance money for closed cases. We also advance money before pre-surgery and other high-cost procedure. I mentioned that. So we have a form for this, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay. And that's also in the library. And surprisingly, when I sent you the summary for this, I didn't send you a copy of this, but I will send this out again. It's also attached to emails number 11 and 12. And if the doctor has the time and the patience, or his office does, we're really hoping they do, it'd be great if they could give us the files that they want us to bid on. Who's the name of the patient, which location, who's the doctor, the date of the incident. We're looking for things that really, can we take things earlier than 2017? Yes, we can. But if they're less than 3 years old, it's much more beneficial to everyone. Description, how much is the total they billed? Liens and professional fees, how much should you charge? There's a lot of questions here. We don't need all of it, really. We need whatever they can. Here's the problem with our business in general. The problem we're running into is that a lot of doctors just don't know what they've got. They don't know how much they're collecting. They know they're making $25,000 a month, but they have no idea that they're writing off 25%. They have no idea how much they're holding. They could basically estimate. I think I was guilty of it as well. I could kind of estimate my accounts receivable, but I couldn't really say. So in a lot of cases, we have to either bring someone in, send someone in, or work very closely with the physicians to make sure that we're getting them done and we don't drop the ball because they don't know what they've got and we don't have somebody to notate that for us. So in the case where you talk to a doctor and he wants to do this, the next step is to go to our webpage and go to the appointments. We have an appointments page on the website which tells you when I'm available and you could book appointments, and there's even a booking in there for a 4-hour in-office visit if they're within 500 miles of San Diego, and it's a significant client. Significant meaning, I don't know, maybe 500,000 and up in accounts receivable. I can personally go, or I can get somebody to go. In other parts of the country, we might need to send someone in. And eventually it would be really great if you guys could do it. That would be really helpful because as we're growing, I think if we all participate, we'll make more money, we'll have a better company, we'll know more. And honestly, that's really where the referral business comes from as well. When you're interacting with the physician's offices, the more you do it, the more you're going to be well known as a trustworthy person. And they'll want to do business with not just you, but they'll want to send you everyone they know. Generally, we charge 3 to 5% based on the size. I mean, if somebody brings me, 150 million in accounts receivable, I may do it for 1 or 1.5%. I'll try to get 2 points, but Generally, we charge a 5% fee on an average doctor's case, 300,000 to a million. Out of that 5% fee, we pay out 45% in commission. And how that works is we're going to pay 30% to you for the direct referral. And if you have a rep on your team, you will collect 15% for whatever that representative brings in, and they will get the 30%. So small cases, regular small doctors, 300,000 is a very small number. I mean, that's like 15 cases. Docs that do personal injury are going to have, 200 cases. So this is very, very low ball, but just a few of these a month is an income. It's not it's not unusual to have several million or more in accounts receivable for PI. So the potential is really, really high. It's high, it's fast, it's good for everyone. We love everything we do, but we really love PI. So just sharing that with you. These are the types of offices and the prospects. Hold on one second. These are the types of offices and very good prospects. They include pain management centers, orthopedic surgeons, surgical centers, imaging centers. Law offices, if you know them, can also make referrals to doctors that they know. I spoke to a few law offices this week, and they hadn't even heard of this, and they were really interested in knowing that we could be around to help finance their doctors and help everybody, improve that cycle, that revenue cycle for them. They were very interested. They hadn't, again, they just weren't aware of it, which I'm not surprised. We don't want to get into a market that's too heavily saturated, and this one certainly is not. Rehab, chiro medical offices. Well, chiropractors handle a lot of rehab and a lot of injury cases, and if they have a medical doctor attached to them, the cases are worth a lot more money. They have a lot higher value. And if they don't, it's okay. We can take a look at their injury stuff, and we're willing to finance chiropractors as well. We're in most states right now. There were a few. It took me a while, about 2 weeks, to get some of the states that I've been able to sign up in the last few weeks, including Arizona and Utah and a few other places. It's not hard. If you need to go into a state, you have something cooking, just let me know, and I'll let you know if we can't get in there, what we have to do and how long it's going to take. But it seems to be much faster than I thought it would be. And this is just kind of an outline of our services. Personal injury liens and pre-settlement financing. We have our insurance revenue recovery. This is kind of like our original mainstay product, which is that we take dead, denied, and reduced insurance claims, and we're able to convert those into cash for doctors. We review them for no charge. We have the ability to team build and participate and hire reps and create teams. And to be honest with you, as a businessman for Vitality, I'm willing to negotiate. Anything that we sell and commission on I'm open to ideas. I love partnering. And if there's a cost involved with that, we're going to bear that. Ancillary products, again, cash advances for any type of medical insurance, litigation financing, equipment leasing, purchase and sale of practices. We offer medical experts in all 50 states. And we encourage partnership through the website as well. So this is the new Leads affiliate program. I'm not actively recruiting reps anymore, although they are still coming to me. At this point, I'm trying to recruit telemarketers, people with social media networks, networking, people who want to get on the phones to feed all of us as representatives. I would say for those of you who want to learn the business and you want to cut your teeth, you're really welcome to do this, to get on the phone if you're really comfortable with it. And we'll pay you for those leads too, okay? So generally speaking, for the affiliate program for lead generation, we pay on the low end $250 a lead plus 5% of our fee, and it goes higher and higher based on their volume. Between the percentage and the lead pay, we're thinking somebody generating 10 leads, which is basically 2 a week, which is not that great. I mean, if they call every day, we're getting at least 1 to 3 doctors a day in a 4-hour phone calling session. 10 leads a month would generate about $5,000 in income for them. So if you know anybody that wants a telemarketing job, yes, we do pay. It is commission, and it is performance based. But people that don't have medical connections that want to get in and they're willing to help us, we could even, if you bring someone in, we could assign them to you and they could lead generate specifically for you. So, um, so I'm going to open up the table here with a question for everybody. I'm going to open this bulletin board if I can. Okay, screen sharing. You are screen sharing. Okay, well, I'll just open it up. And what I'm going to ask every one of you on this call, I want to know if there's anything holding you back. I want to know if there's anything that we can do for you to make this process easier. How do we keep you motivated? How do we help you make your sales? And these are the questions, I mean, quite frankly, I'll ask this to a doctor's staff if they tell me they're confused or they don't know, and I'll say, I'll ask them the same question. You know, there's so I'm curious with, you know, I mean, some of you are very new. You might not be able to answer that. What might be holding your back is that you just haven't done it long enough. But anybody want to comment on that to me? Hey, Michelle, I mean, I think people in your position that have other jobs.
Yeah.
So in your case, it's really a time issue more than anything, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, it's been a time issue. As you know, I'm ramping up like a new project, and that's just been the biggest
Right.
conflict. I was a little bit intimidated of getting on the phone and talking to the doctors, but
Yeah.
I did have a couple of calls and they went well, so I overcame that. But for me, I just feel like once I could like knock out an hour of just being on the phone and doing it like for at least an hour consistently, I
Yes.
think that fear will subside really quickly. And for me, my angle will be something like just kind of like along the lines of what you said. Hi,
Yes.
I'm focusing on the account recovery process until I feel comfortable with that. I want to, you know, just venture off into the personal injury and the other stuff that we
Yes.
offer, but
Great.
just to kind of to get my feet wet. And
Sure.
so my pitch would be, you know, hi, I'm Michelle. I'm with Vitality Health. I work for an AR company, account recovery service company, and we have you been affected by COVID? Are you getting paid on your claims? What percentage of your claims are getting paid? How can we help you? And just kind of more of a consultative type of approach that we're there to help them, and less from a sales perspective, more from a helping hand perspective.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's great. Is Tyler still here? Where's Tyler? We lost him. He bumped off. Yeah, Tyler is a telemarketing genius as far as I'm concerned. I think we lost him because I wanted him to talk about.
We could assign him to me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Melinda, are you there?
I am.
Yeah, is he doing anything for you?
He is. Like you said yesterday afternoon, he went ahead and he talked to this doctor's office, and of course the doctor had to talk to the other partner. And for 45 minutes, he kept on with the COVID-19. How are you doing? Not so much like you said about the dollars, you know, what he's going to make and what you're going to make. No, we want to know how they're doing, how everything's going for them. Once he warmed up to them that way, they had him on the phone, as you said, for 45 minutes, and they couldn't get enough of him. And
Yeah,
so,
this is not
yes,
uncommon. No, when I get a doctor who this rings for, yeah, that 15-minute phone call turns into an hour, sometimes two.
yes,
And they ask for all kinds of stuff and can we help their friends? And you know, this is what every, you know, as you as reps experience this, it will keep you excited, it will keep you motivated to work with us. So yeah, that's great, Melinda.
yeah.
It's
And
great
I
to hear.
know when you spoke with him, I think you were on the phone with him for an hour. He was like a little firecracker ready to go. He was so excited. He couldn't even sit in his chair fast enough. So
Right.
I thank you for that.
Right,
Yes,
that's great.
he's been around. He's been doing some calls for me now, going on 2 weeks, And what we're going to tackle next week is we are going to tackle the personal injury. We're going to deal with pain management, as you've said, but we're going to start talking with chiropractors so we can get them with Vitality Health, but at the same time, oh, and by the way, we do ARs for you too. Do you have those? So we can go in through the front door and then they can say, yes, we need this, and this done. So that's our goal. And of course, most pain management places here in Las Vegas, they only are open from Monday through Thursday. So Fridays
Huh.
they are off. Yeah, they don't work on Fridays. So as I told Tyler, we're gonna have to hit it hard. We're gonna have to hit it running. We're gonna have to do whatever we can do Monday, Tuesday, and then by Thursday, hopefully we can have them, somewhere where they're gonna say yes. Let me talk to Dr. Mitch Holland.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Hopefully they could talk to Dr. Melinda Delgado. All right. so-
Okay.
what did I want to say to you? You know, when I was doing your analysis of Las Vegas, of the markets there, I noticed a few
Yes.
interesting things. I think you have a lot of urgent care centers.
Yes, we do.
Um,
Yes, we do.
And the interesting thing was there were very few regular labs or the
Right.
image. One of the two of the categories. It's really interesting in certain parts of the country that you have different kinds of medical businesses. But I think the urgent care centers there were a lot.
Yes, there is. They're all over. Yeah, they're almost like the dispensaries here in Las Vegas. They're
Wow.
almost in every corner.
Well, when they start billing for insurance, we'll talk to them too.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Lovely. Anybody
Yeah.
else? Anybody want to chime in or? Okay. Wonderful. Well, everybody, have a lovely 4th of July weekend. Feel free to call me. I'm always here to help you and to provide, just to provide service to us and our clients. And again, I would encourage you to take a look at the homepage, use this COVID-19 angle, put some postings out there that you're willing to help doctors, provide free support, free clerical support to them on their receivables, basically on their funding. We know they need it. They know they need it. And you're going to find very, very quick success with this. Okay. All my best to you and your families. Thank you as always for chiming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Mitch.
you're very welcome, and we'll do this again next Thursday. Will be our next company meeting, and if between now and then, I'm thinking Monday or Tuesday after the holiday subsides, and things will be back a little bit more to normal, and I'll be interfacing with you to try to help you guys with whatever you need. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Sounds
Thank you.
good.
Happy 4th,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Mitch.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.